god!
Michaela. Hi.
Hi! Hello. How are
You're
you?
Michaela.
I am.
I'm Rochelle.
You are.
We're hosts of Serotonin Not Included,
Yeah.
and we're very excited for all you guys to be here with us.
Yeah.
And we have a fun. I guess this is kind of gonna be our get to know us more in depth slash
Yeah. This is like a
questions
you
episode.
this is us actively going, this is who we are and why we are how we are, and not like, oh, here's a story from my childhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Also, I'm just gonna disclaimer, my camera is going weird. It's doing weird things. It's
I don't think it's happened in a while.
it hasn't happened in a little bit. It might have been my lights. I turned off a few lights. Um but yeah, it wasn't. I look really blue today, but
Blue.
dabba dee dabba die. Not like
All right, well, anyway,
anyway, but yeah, so my camera might be doing weird things and I apologize
yeah, so
in
for
advance.
people who actually watch us on YouTube,
All three of you.
Don't mind whatever is happening with Michaela.
Yeah, it's just
But yeah, for
we'll
those
just
who
go with
listen
it.
to us,
Audio.
you just listen. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
should we get started?
yeah, so I think Michaela wanted to start with how we met and
Yeah.
how we got to know each other.
Yeah, because I
Except
know that's the burning
I
question.
she apparently
I
she
remember.
remembers,
I
because Lord
remember.
knows I don't. Like,
Yeah,
it was
we were.
so
Yeah,
long ago.
it's been
So
quite
yeah,
a while.
so take
It
away.
was Mrs. Timmons, English, 10th grade English, was where we first met.
Right.
Because you,
Okay.
I think you joined second semester.
No, so I did join second semester.
I mean, like you joined
in
that class
grade.
second, in ninth grade. But I mean, I think,
Oh.
I can't remember. Someone joined that class second semester. I don't remember if it was you though, but it was either you or Elena. I can't remember. But yeah, it was 10th grade, Mrs. Timmons' class. That's where we first met, doing English, reading about books and things, and then like I don't think we became like, we were like school friends, and then like
See, that's what. When did we See, okay.
when did we transfer from like school friends to IRL friends? I think it was when we moved in together, because
But you just ran. No, see, because this is why I'm saying it's so blurry. Because like I wonder who we knew that was like, hey, you guys, where did we hang out? Because was karaoke in high school?
maybe. I don't think it was.
Karaoke was in karaoke was in high school.
Was it really?
You know, I feel like Beth had a lot to do with
Oh,
it.
absolutely, yeah. I know for a fact that when it was.
And then because we did NaNoWriMo too, remember?
Right. Yep.
So
I just
NaNoWriMo, for those who don't know, is National Novel Writing Month, which is in November. Where in November you set a goal to write 50,000 words, like a novel, and so we both did that.
Yeah, but regardless, we initially met in high school, because of Tim, and then I remember we did lunch together in freshman year of college, right? Because it would be you, me,
Yes.
Beth, and then a few other people I can't really remember.
Like Kelsey.
Yeah.
And
Bree. And there was one other person who you met. Friends with you from
Sam.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's right. So yeah, so we started our freshman year of college not being roommates.
Right. And then
we didn't, but it was only like a month or two, like, and then
right, because like, Natalie,
hey, let's move in.
Yeah, well, Natalie and Katie and I were all gonna move in together, and we had our eye on the 4-bedroom, and so I was like, hey, let me see if I can find someone. And I remember being like, hey, you want to move in together? And you're like, let me think about it. And then we ended up, and then you agreed to it, and here we are. You know.
Yeah, we probably just threw around a lot of names. Also, by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I guess,
I'll
yeah,
bleep out
so
last names just for safety reasons, but
I accidentally already said a
it's
last
okay. It
name.
was just one. I
Bleep
think it
it
was just
out.
one. Yeah.
Bleep it out.
So just
Um,
for safety reasons, because while we're not big now, I'm sure
right,
those people don't appreciate their first and last name going floating around the internet. So
right. But yeah, okay, so yeah, we because I remember going to your house with you, and I think Andrew was there, and like for a
yep,
bonfire in high school. So I
yep,
remember doing
yep.
that.
Of
So I
course,
mean, like,
Andrew was there. Andrew was my we've
yeah.
been very good friends for years. Haven't
So
talked to him in
I
so long, but
yeah. So I just know that I just can't remember high school. I remember
right.
specific things, and you weren't in them,
Hmm. We
unfortunately.
were in the same stats
But
class, though. Know
what
that
class?
stats.
That's right. See,
Yeah,
I don't remember you there
I
at
was
all.
definitely there. Well, you sat in like the front of the room. I sat in the back of the room, and I was just like, "Bah, bah, 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 bah."
See, because I remember being friends with Dan and Sam and
Mhm.
another Sam, like
Yep.
people older than us, and talking with them. So
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
you're not there.
I was
You're
in the back
not.
of the room.
You
I'm
were not there at all.
I'm a fucking introverted little shit. What do you expect from
I
me?
know.
I
I
was
know.
just math is my weakest. Math and science are my two weakest subjects, and so I was just like head down, eyes on my paper, trying to figure out what in the hell is going on. I still don't understand stats. They make like zero sense to me. I mean obviously I understand like, whoa, 1 in 6, 1 in 8, 1 in 10 million, but like I don't know how to calculate the probability of
Yeah.
something happening. Are you kidding me? No, I never knew.
Yeah.
I never
All of the
understood it.
math
But
from high school, totally
I took
gone.
math for daily living. I never took calculus. Never calculus. What's that? I don't know. Math for daily living. That was what I took.
But yeah, so that's how we
Mhm.
met
Mhm.
and how our friendship blossomed. And I
Yeah.
will say, our first house, a lot of good memories. Like,
Oh, it's so many good memories. Yeah.
I never wasn't really into video games until I met Michaela and
Mhm.
Natalie. And like, we used to play Slender in the
Yeah.
bathroom with the
Yep.
lights off
Yep. Because
to
it was the
collect the
darkest
notes
room. It was the darkest
in our
room. It was the
house.
only.
Yes.
Yeah. There were too many
And we wanted,
windows.
and then like definitely got into Minecraft because of you guys.
Yep.
Didn't
Mhm.
know anything about Minecraft until playing with you
Mhm.
guys. So it was a good time. A
Yeah.
good time.
It was. And then you ended up moving back to the Quad Cities. With who shall not be named.
Mm-hmm.
And then Katie went and lived with Matt, and then I moved back home, and I don't remember. I think Natalie, no, Natalie got her own apartment.
And then okay, so okay, that was in
Natalie's my sister, by
2012.
the by.
Yeah.
So, and then Katie is her best friend.
So in 2012 we lived together until
It
probably
was
like 2000.
it was 2013 that we moved together, because it was right after my first RTX, which I went to RTX 2013. So it might have been sophomore year of high school. Yeah, it had to have been sophomore year because I lived in the dorms my freshman year.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So it was
Yeah.
soft. So to okay, see, wow,
Yeah.
look it, we're piecing this all
It's all
together.
coming back.
It's no, it's not. It's not.
Uh.
So 2013 to like
Mhm.
2014, and
Yeah.
then we lived apart from 2015 to 2017. So 2 years
Right. Yep.
apart.
Yep.
And then my dad died in 2017,
Mhm. And
but
then we
then we got
moved.
back. We back
Yes.
in the year 2017. We came back
Yes.
together
Yep.
until
2019,
2019,
when I moved down to Texas.
and I'm back in the Quad Cities.
Yes.
And
And here we are.
yeah.
Ta-da!
But we still literally talk every day. It
Yeah,
honestly,
literally.
I know we're far away,
Mhm.
but it's no different. Like
It really isn't. Yeah.
I do miss you. Like, and like
Yeah.
there are some days like I get scared for whatever reason, and I'm just like, Kayla was here. But otherwise,
It's so funny. Like, video game wise, I'm such a pussy, but IRL, I'm like, I don't care. I'll go see. I'll go check. Strange footprints. Here we go. But, like,
yeah. I had a dream the other night, I
mhm.
think, where I can't remember, but you like had something was going on and I was scared and you went out and like beat someone with a bat or something. I can't remember, but it
Yeah.
was something like along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
But but yeah, so that's our
Yeah.
origin story.
Yeah.
I
Our friendship
don't have
story.
much to add because I really can't remember much.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, I think every so often, like, especially with the pandemic, like, there will be people who are, like, sometimes, a lot of times it really does suck, like, having a friend group that's kind of everywhere, because it's like, I wish we could all go out to eat, do dinner, do this, do
Yeah.
that together, go to a movie, but, like, I mean, like, we've got people in Iowa, we've got people in Texas, Hazen's over in Arizona, like, it's
Yeah.
just,
And then
I,
West Virginia
yep, West Virginia,
and
um, they're everywhere.
yeah,
Germany.
literally
Toby's in
everywhere.
Toby's in
Germany, yes.
Germany.
I feel like
Um,
someone's in California, but I just don't. No, I
no.
think no. Hazen goes to California sometimes. A
Mm.
lot of Texas and Iowa, though.
Yeah, mostly
And it's
Texas and
kind of
Iowa, but
funny. I don't know why there's so many connections between Texas and Iowa
hmm
because, like, even in you and like, I had a ton of friends from Texas
hmm
because, like, there would be, I think there was like a school in San Antonio that did like a dual tuition thing
yeah, like
with Northern Iowa. So, like,
yeah,
even when I was in college, I had a ton of friends in Texas.
hmm but
So, but yeah,
yeah, but like, so I was thinking, I was like, a lot of times it does suck, not being able to like go out and do things, but at the same time, like when the pandemic hit, it turned out to be a huge blessing because it's like we didn't make any changes to what we were doing. It was because we were all online anyway. It was just a really quick and easy. Here we go. Okay, pandemic. Oh,
yeah.
how's the lockdown for you guys? So that's
Can
been
can we talk about the pandemic for a second?
yeah, absolutely. I'm
So,
always down.
I my significant other and we have honestly been quarantined since the beginning. Like,
hmm
we don't go out. Like, we don't go out. But this weekend I had a friend come and visit from 2 hours, and we went to a rage room, and then we went to a bar. And okay, first off, something I learned about myself: I do not like rage rooms. They are okay. I like throwing the glass, but like
hmm
actively taking like a laptop or or a glass and taking a bat or a crowbar to it,
hmm
super violent,
hmm
super not me. I was like in the corner, like, oh my god, this is like, not that I was scared, but I
Right.
was just like very uncomfortable.
hmm
And yes, but my friend and Zach, they both really enjoyed it.
hmm
So, like, I understand the appeal, but today I learned, not for me. Like, I am not
Right.
a violent person. I might be loud and threaten people a lot with my words, but when it comes down to it,
hmm
I don't think I'm swinging any punches.
Right.
Um, but anyway, so then we went to a bar, and this bar was amazing. It was like I felt like I was in my grandpa's basement,
hmm
or in the basement of that 70s show. Like, not busy. They required masks. Like, everyone was
hmm
wearing a mask. Everything was social distance. Like, we saw many people go in and they get kicked out because they didn't have a mask.
Right.
And so it was amazing. This bar was doing
hmm
everything right. Like, I felt comfortable. It was great. But going through downtown,
hmm
because St. Patty's Day weekend, kind of,
Oh, that's right.
I
Yeah.
was so disgusted by the lack of no mask,
hmm
not a mask in sight. Like, I
Right.
think I honestly was the only one actively, like, my new profile picture on Facebook, I took a new picture. You can
hmm
see my mask hanging from my ear
Right.
because, like, I would be putting it on and off
Yeah.
every time I would go by these group of people
Yeah.
because just words. And so I just want to say, like, you guys,
Wear a
the
mask.
vaccine, the vaccine's coming out, and that's great, but like, the pandemic's not over. Like,
Yeah.
please, even if you don't want the vaccine, even if you're
Yeah.
anti-vax, like, I don't even care. Just wear a mask. Like, it's not that hard. And
Yeah.
if you don't want to wear a mask, like me, I hate wearing my mask. That's why I don't go out. I've
Yeah.
literally been quarantined for almost a whole year because
hmm
I didn't like wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that hard,
It's really
you
not.
know?
And if you
And so,
like, Yeah. I went out once, a few months ago, and I quarantined myself for 2 weeks afterwards. Like, didn't go out, didn't do anything, and like, I know I'm not doing the best at like quarantining. Like, I went home for Thanksgiving and I went home for Christmas, but like, when I flew for Thanksgiving and then I drove for Christmas. But like, when I got home from flying, I actively quarantined. Like, I got groceries delivered. I did all this stuff because like, I'm like, yeah, I went through an airport, and while I was wearing a mask and while everyone else was wearing a mask, and like the plane wasn't full, so like, yeah, I was staying like 6 feet away from everyone. Like, I still don't know, and I'd still rather quarantine myself than run the risk of spreading something to someone else.
Yeah.
And then with going home for Christmas, it was like, I don't think I traveled a lot with my family just because they don't like me driving across the country alone. And we stayed away from like the big old gas stations. We if we didn't have to go inside, we didn't go inside, just like all that kind of stuff. But it's like, it blows my mind how many people are content to just like go out and live their life as if nothing has happened, and like not live in total fear that like they're not going to spread something to someone. I have dreams, I have nightmares that I've spread the virus to someone else. Like, it's happened a lot recently where it's like, in my dream, it's like, oh, I'm out and about with friends, like we're at a movie, and then I realize, I'm like, I'm not wearing a mask. Oh God. And I'm like panicking, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm inside. I'm at my house. It's okay. But like, so I have dreams that I'm spreading this fucking virus around, and it blows my mind that there are people who are like, who cares? It's just
like, I feel like there's a difference between like being irrationally scared and being safe. Because like, I don't think I don't know. Like, I feel like we're a year into this. Like, Taiwan hasn't had a case in 200 plus days.
Right.
Like, a whole freaking island, like Taiwan,
they
were able to, they're fine. For almost a year, they've been living their best lives. Yet here we are. Like, and it doesn't have to be political. It literally...
No, it really...
comes down to the fact that this is a real life version of Plague Inc. And the creators are trying to kill us. So please,
just wear a mask.
Just
take the necessary precautions. I'm not saying like, I mean, obviously if you want to like hole up, I'm saying like if you go out and you do things that have a little bit of risk and stuff, then like just quarantine for a couple weeks. Like, just
be safe about it.
Yeah, don't be dumb. Just, be safe. Be smart. Think about others. Wear a mask. It costs literally zero. It costs the cost of a mask to wear a mask, and you can get them for pretty cheap, like sub $10. What? Sub $10. If you're struggling, I will buy you a mask. I'm an unemployed bitch boy, and I'll fucking buy you a mask if you can't afford it.
We'll sew you one. I have someone who will sew you a mask.
Yeah,
like,
we'll get you a mask. It's cool. Yes. It's fine. You will do literally nothing except pick up the package from wherever it is you pick up packages from. I got you.
But yeah. So kind of let's go on to, we have a list of questions here.
We do.
So kind of going off of the whole being scared and irrational fear. One of our viewers, Tony,
Hi,
gave
Tony.
us a few questions. So the first one was, what are our irrational fears and phobias, and explain why we have them. So you want to go first, Michaela?
Yeah, I'll go. So I have two major ones. Well, the first one being spiders, and like their legs are so creepy. I hate spider legs. I think that type of leg where it's just like that's creepy. I hate it. I don't like it. But I've also very recently discovered that applies to other creatures with that type of legs. Specifically crabs. I've come to find out crabs really give me the heebie-jeebies, especially like piles of crabs. I hate it. I can't do it. Crabs not as badly as spiders. Like, spiders are at the point where like if I think a spider is gonna be somewhere, I will stay away. Like, um, I had moved into the downstairs basement of my parents' house back when I lived with them, and at the time it was pretty much just being used for storage. My sister had previously lived down there, so she had a few things. She had like a closet full of stuff, and our basement has spiders in it. And so I think everything was clean except for the closet. And I couldn't, I sat down there for like 2 hours just staring at it. I'm like, I cannot clean
Oh
this
my
closet
God.
because there could be a spider in there. And I can't deal with it. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I hate it. I can't even look at pictures of spiders. I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot. It's not happening. Even just thinking about them right now is really is I don't like it. Anyway, and my second fear is that don't ask where this came from, and my friends tease me so much about this. I have this really big fear that I'm actually in a coma right now, and that all of this is just like a coma dream. And so, like, my friends don't exist, my parents don't actually exist, my family doesn't exist. Like, nothing it would be more terrifying than all of a sudden I wake up and there's a stranger standing over me being like, oh, we've been dating for 5 years, or I'm your dad, I'm your best friend, like, and I have no idea who they are. And like all of these wonderful people that I've met are just gone because they never existed in the first place. Like, how awful would that be? That would just be, I hate it. It freaks me out, and I don't
Have
like
you
it. I
this
don't like
weekend
it.
I heard about this whole like simulation thing. It's like you live in simulation, and because do you ever see your neighbors bring in groceries? Like they see you bring in groceries, but do you ever see your neighbors bringing in groceries? Have you?
Not my current. Yes, actually, I think so. Yes,
Okay, just
I think I
once?
have. No, a few times.
Okay,
And
because
especially my parents, like at my parents' place. I'm pretty sure I've
you
seen
see
those
the
neighbors.
neighbors.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was like, I've never. Yeah, you're right. At least not at my current house. I've never seen like my neighbors bringing groceries, and there's
Right.
like 7 complexes around us. So it's like,
Right.
yeah, it's because you're in a simulation. They're not real. You don't. They don't eat like. Anyway, so I heard
Yeah.
that about that this weekend.
Mhm.
But okay, so I have three.
Okay.
Mine are very different than Michaela's, and I can explain every single one.
Mhm.
Okay, my first fear is aliens.
Okay.
This universe is way too big. Aliens exist. If you don't think
Agreed.
aliens exist, you're wrong. And I'm not saying they have to be like Hollywood aliens, they're gonna kill us aliens. Like,
Yeah.
but just the idea of aliens, I
There's
know they're
life.
real. There is. There absolutely is. And that scares the fuck out of me. Although I will say I'm more scared of Hollywood aliens with the
Mhm.
heads and
Like the
anyway,
stereotypical.
yes,
Okay.
and this stemmed from Signs. My dad had a movie night when I was little. Signs first came out, and he's like, Rochelle, go downstairs to your room. This is a scary movie. You're not going to want to watch it. And I was a bitch ass little bitch and stood on the stairs and watched the whole movie and am now traumatized and deadly afraid of aliens because of the movie Signs. I also always have water next to me so I can throw water on a bitch ass alien. Anyway, I have watched Signs as I've been older. I realize it's not scary. No, it's still fuck. It's still. Anyway, aliens. They're out
Okay.
there. They scare me.
Right.
2, worms.
Okay.
Ugh. I'll throw up if I even think about them. They smell bad. They're squishy and squirmy, and
Mhm.
the fear came from when I was a little kid, like 3rd grade and under.
Mhm.
A neighbor in the cul-de-sac I lived in threw a worm at me, and it was in my
Oh.
hair, and I didn't know it was there until
Oh.
I was walking, and I was like, "What is this?" And then there was a worm, and I've been traumatized ever since.
Right.
Prior to that, I would love to go fishing. I put the worm on the hook myself. Like I was fun. Yeah.
Right.
So I was
That's
traumatized.
it's interesting that your fear comes from earthworms and not like the scary worms, like tapeworms or horsehair worms or anything
No,
like that.
those are fine. It's
Those are
earthworms.
fine.
It's specifically earthworms.
Okay.
Actually, yes. Yeah, no,
So like,
tapeworms don't bother me.
oh
It's
no,
specifically earthworms.
horsehair worms are terrifying. I hate those so much. They like eat the insides of bugs and then
Yeah,
make them like go to water, and then
yeah,
when they get in water, like if you've ever seen
yeah.
those videos of like someone putting like a cricket or a grasshopper in water and this giant ass worm just
Yeah.
like goes blah, blah, blah. I hate those so
I
much.
love watching those videos.
They're,
yeah, no.
they're terrifying, but like it's just
And just the smell of earthworms.
yeah. You don't like it?
I can't.
Okay.
I
Okay.
really can't. Anyway, and then my third fear. Okay, so I don't remember which series, but it's like the Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like those
Mhm.
series. There's a book or a story in there about a girl with a green ribbon around her neck.
Oh right.
And essentially when she gets old, she never took the green ribbon off, and when she got
Mhm.
old and was on her deathbed, took the ribbon off and her head just fell off.
Right.
Anyway, I am afraid of going upside down because I'm afraid my head will fall off. And I know
Mhm.
that's super irrational and super stupid, but it's true. I will not go upside down. Like I
Mhm.
love roller coasters, but I'll never go on a roller coaster going upside down because I'm afraid my head will
Sure.
fall. Yeah. But
Okay.
I don't go upside down like ever, so I sometimes forget about that fear. But yeah,
Right.
those are my three fears. I love heights. I
Mhm.
love open water. I love deep water. Like I love
Mhm.
the ocean. So yeah,
I'm
those are my
yeah, I'm
fears. So they're very irrational and weird, but they're
right.
like traumatizing triggers in my
Right.
life that make me
Yeah,
afraid of
no,
it.
it makes sense. I mean, like, I don't think I'll ever judge someone for having a fear of something, because like I know my fear of spiders. I'm granted spiders can fuck you up, and I'm not gonna fuck with spiders.
And let's be real, a lot of people are afraid of spiders.
Yeah,
Like that,
but
it's
like
not.
I don't think I'll ever give anyone shit for something that they're afraid of. It's like I think we all know somewhere deep down that yeah, it's irrational. I don't have to be afraid of like a tiny little house spider. Like
Right.
but it's just I am, and I don't like it. But here we are.
Do you like people on stilts?
Yeah,
Or
that's
did they
fine.
creep you out?
No, that's
Just
fine.
because, like, I know you said it's like their legs, and I was like, well,
Right.
stilts, kind of,
No,
not really,
no,
but
no.
kind of. So I was kind of.
It's the very angled, very like tent-like leg thing. I don't like it at
Yeah.
all. It creeps
Yeah.
me out.
Well,
I just
let's.
I don't.
I feel you though. I
Yeah.
get it. They are kind of creepy, but
Mm-hmm.
I like spiders and
Sure.
crabs and crabs are delicious
I've,
but so Tony actually had two more questions.
okay.
So the other one is, what is one trait about yourself that you are or wait that you value / are proud of / is most important to you?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize this was one of the questions, and I definitely didn't answer prior. No, I don't.
Ugh.
I don't know. I think I really pride myself on being able to talk to anyone
Mm-hmm.
and being able to form that relationship pretty easily.
Sure.
I don't know. Like I don't know if that's a
Mm-hmm.
like a good answer,
Right.
but I really do kind of pride myself on that, like being a people person, and
Right.
because not a lot of people can actually
Mm-hmm.
do that. So
Sure. I think for me, it's gonna be granted it's probably a trait that I'm like, yeah, I totally have this trait, and everyone's gonna be like, no, you don't have this trait.
oh no, is it your badassery again?
Yeah, my badassery. Yeah, I'm just such a total badass. No, I would probably say it's my loyalty. Like once you have me as a friend, I'm not gonna drop you. You're gonna have to drop me first. Like that's it. I'm not gonna unless you do something like rape someone. Then I like you could kill someone, and I'd be like, okay, where are we going? Where are we hiding this body? Do you want help? Do you need me? What can I do? How can I help you out? But like I'm not gonna for the most part like once I consider you a friend, you're gonna have to do a whole heck of a lot to make me not be your friend. Actually, there's like two things you will need to do to make me not be your friend, in which case I'll probably like report you to the cops for. So
there was a TikTok trend going around where it's like, text your best friend this and see what they reply with. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this to Michaela because I thought she would be fucking funny.
No.
And we could go viral. So I was like, hey, we need to talk. And I was like, I just feel like we've been super distant recently, and I don't think we should be friends. And she's just like, oh. And that was
Well,
it.
to
And
be
I was
fair,
like,
though,
oh my god.
to be
And she
fair, I was driving at the time. I was like getting lunch. She got me like as I was in the drive-thru, and I saw it. And I was like, "We just watched anime together last night. What do you mean?" And in my head, I was like, "Bitch, say psych right now. Bitch, fucking say psych right now." I didn't get the chance to text it because I was driving. But and then I'm like
see, that
driving
would have
up, and
been
I'm like,
better had.
"Yeah,
So all I got was,
oh,
oh. And then I like, I think I waited like 3 or 4 minutes, and then
yeah."
I was like, okay, I'm obviously joking. I was trying to get us viral.
She's like,
'Cause I
"You
didn't want-
bitch," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "I'm driving. What do you expect?"
So it flopped. It was a flop. And we aren't
was.
TikTok viral yet.
No, very much not.
But yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. No,
Granted
I agree with that though.
Yeah,
I think you are very loyal.
Oh, sorry, my cat just bit me. It can get me into trouble though, because I give my loyalty very quickly, and then it gets me in trouble, and I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have this loyalty. But then, like, half the time, well, not half the time, but then, like, every time I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be friends with this person, they end up, like, breaking it off anyway. I'm like, okay, thank God I don't have to do this myself. But
oh yeah, the trash took itself out.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, and then Tony's last question is, what are some things on your bucket list of life? Actually,
oh boy,
that's actually a really hard question because I feel like I've been pretty blessed with some of the things that I've been able to do in life. I don't know.
I think one of mine is to be a VIP. What? We both spoke at the same time. Go ahead.
I know. You wanted to be a VIP, but yeah, I think swimming with sharks, dude.
There we go.
I want to swim with sharks so bad. Or maybe I should see, I know I can do it. I want to get my scuba license, and I want to go scuba everywhere around the world.
Yeah, my dad had a scuba license.
Yeah.
It's still in his wallet, I think. It expired 30 years ago, but
I love that though.
Still got it. Yeah. I think that's why I keep like random shit in my wallet all the time. Is I get it from my dad. I get a lot of things from my dad. A lot of weird quirks. Like he told me once, going off on a random tangent that has nothing to do with this question, but he told me once that like his great uncle or like his mom's great uncle or something used to be like a riverboat gambler and got shot in the back, and so like ever since then a lot of people in my family will always sit like facing the door or facing the majority of the room so they don't have their back to the room because the person got shot in the back. And so that's one thing that like my dad does and I've picked up, and just that kind of stuff. I just yeah, I'm probably gonna say that my parents are gonna listen to this and my dad's gonna be like, that's you're misremembering.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I think my bucket list thing is going to be like a VIP at a convention or something. I already had a little bit of a taste of that at ACL. I used to work at a company that provided point of sale systems for music festivals. And so one of the festivals we did was Austin City Limits, which makes sense because, we're in Austin and here we are. And so the owner of the company he also has another company that provided like alcohol and like the bar setups and stuff for a lot of the music festivals. So it kind of just went hand in hand. And so the owner of the company had like an area with like its own little viewing stage of one of the big stages. And there was like food and a private bar and all that stuff. And so we got to go and hang out like in that area and drink like free booze and I got to see Mumford and Sons like live and drinking free beer on a little stage that like I was very exclusive. So I think to like actually get there on like my own merit, to be like a VIP on my own merit and not on my boss's merit or like my dad's merit or anything like that, would just be so cool. Like
I agree.
I've already had some really cool experiences because dad and his statue, like his position in like the church and and like just with the people he knows, and my dad knows a lot of weird random
Yes.
people, like the I think it's the stand-up basketball hoops that like you can get for like your driveway and stuff to like shoot hoops at home, or like I think he knows
Yeah.
the person who created those, I think is what it was. So like they just know random people that it's just shocking, and I've had some really cool experiences in my life because of this, but like I really just want to get there on my own merit. I think that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
But
we're gonna do it, Michaela. This
we will.
podcast
We
is
will.
the way.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. We're starting
RTX
small now.
2020. We're gonna have a panel. I'm calling it now. Oh.
Last year.
2022.
I'm like, we're going
Yeah.
back in time.
RTX 2020. We were supposed to have a panel on a podcast that didn't quite exist yet, but you know.
Right. And we couldn't
Yeah.
go because of COVID.
Right.
Right.
And you can't you can't prove us wrong.
Yes.
But no, 2022.
Yes.
It's happening. It's happening.
By 2025, I'm giving us some time.
Okay.
By 2025, Serotonin Not Included, it's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
It's gonna blow up.
World tour.
We're gonna
World tour.
World tour. Yes.
Calling it
I'm
now.
good with it.
Watch,
I'm
it's
good with
we're gonna in 2025 we're gonna come back to this and be like, yeah, so that didn't happen. We've still got
No.
like the 10 viewers.
No. Dude, our first episode has 40 views. Huh. Are 30 of them mine? Maybe. But okay,
you can't prove that they're not.
Another one of our viewers, Toby, his question is, what is the worst piece of media what is the worst piece of media you absolutely love?
I know. I have mine.
All right, you go first.
The Master of Disguise. The Dana Carvey movie. So good. I love that movie. I watched it with a friend in college, and he's like, oh man, this was so bad. I'm like, yeah, it's so bad. But I love that movie. It's the origin of the movie that the Turtle Club originated from. And like, the main villain was obsessed with giant asses, and he would like, whenever he would evil laugh, but he would always interrupt himself with a fart. And so at one point, like at the end of the movie, he's like, ha 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 ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. And it was just, it's lowbrow, it's stupid comedy, but I love it so much. It's so good.
I'm surprised you didn't say your ultimate favorite movie.
Thanksgiving? Oh my god, yes! I love that movie so much. Unironically, I love that movie. For those who haven't seen it, highly recommend. It's on the internet somewhere. I think it's on YouTube. I don't know. It was on Hulu for the longest time. It might still be. I don't know. But Thanksgiving, it's about a killer turkey. It's like a Thanksgiving and a Halloween movie all wrapped into one, and it is so good, and I fucking love that movie so much. You know it's good when literally the first shot is a massive pair of tits. That's it. That's the first shot. It's so good. I love that movie so much. I think they got like a I think the Pilgrim woman from the beginning was like a well-known I'm not gonna say that because I don't know if that's true, and I don't want to spend slanderous lies. But like, it's so good. It's so good.
It's not.
It's so
bad. I think mine, I will have to say, it's like a series. So it's a movie. The first one is called Category 6, Day of Destruction. And then the second one is called Category 7, I think, End of the World. And they're weather movies. And they were like super bad. Like super bad, awful CGI, better graphics than Charmed.
Always.
Weather movies about just tornadoes but then the second one, there was like a in TV evangelist minister stealing money, then his daughter get kidnapped, and this is all happening while there's a hurricane ravaging the United States. Like, amazing. Also, I think my secondary thing would be Mall Cop.
Oh, Paul Blart.
Paul Blart. Yep. You know what? A lot of people like talk shit about that movie. It's good. I'll beat people if I
It's
say it's
not as
not.
good as Thanksgiving. It's not as good as Thanksgiving.
Anyway, what sounds do you hate? And one of the sounds that I hate is Michaela saying that like mall cop's not as good as Thanksgiving.
It,
That's a sound I fucking hate. Damn, say it again, bitch.
Oh yeah? You want me? I'll fucking do it, bitch. Don't touch me, I'll do it.
But no, so what we were playing, Michaela and I were playing 7 Days to Die with our friend Gavin, and Gavin was like, "Hey, do you guys want ASMR of me eating these chips?" And I was the only one that said yes because
I said yeah.
I
I said yes.
So anyway, he's like struggling to open the chip bag, and Michaela goes, "Stop, stop! I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it." And I'm like, Michaela, what is happening?
Yeah. I thought the ASMR was gonna be like the crunch of the chip, because Rochelle was like, you ASMR eat for us all the time, and I'm like, no, it's the bag. I can't do it. The squeakiness of like the plastic and the foil, I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't like it. Like if it's just a little bit, whatever, it's cool. But like he was struggling for like 10 seconds to get this bag open. Gavin, I'm calling you out.
It was really like, really funny.
No, I mostly hated it because it reminded me of the sound I hate, and I'm getting a headache even thinking about it. It's like when someone takes a balloon and like rubs it and it does like that elastic like squeaky weird noise. I hate it so much, and it's giving me like, it literally gives me a headache thinking about it. Like I was thinking about it for like 5 minutes afterwards, and I had to force myself to stop thinking about it and my headache really immediately went away. But like, it's one of those things where once you start thinking about it, you can't stop thinking about it. And, it's gonna happen again.
See, this is my thing. Is like, I don't think I have any sounds that I actively hate. Like, I think they're like, Zach doesn't like the sound of styrofoam, like when like rubbing, which is kind of the same thing as the balloons. But,
right.
Like, I don't think I hate a sound until I hear the sound, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Otherwise, like, I don't actively dislike.
Sure.
You know. But
yeah.
So
no.
Anyway, balloons. Should we? We have a lot of questions.
We
left,
do.
So maybe we should just try to try to get them going.
Granted, we can also save some of these for like a later time. We've gone through like 4 questions in half an hour. It's cool.
I have my answer though to the next question.
Okay,
so we have to at least get through that.
Yes, absolutely.
One of the questions Michaela found was, what was the last thing you read? And Michaela, you go first, because I already know it's gonna be Jujutsu
it's Jujutsu Kaisen. I read the entirety of it in one day, and I went from, oh man, I love this series, to, oh my god, what did I do this? My heart is broken and everything's awful. Highly recommend. I bought literally the entire book series, so I started watching it. I don't think I've told this story. I actually first got into Jujutsu Kaisen because I follow a Twitter account that highlights really good animation in movies and anime and stuff like that. Both like Western and like everything. It's not even just like anime. And so I saw a clip from the first episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, and I was like, oh, that looks really interesting. I think I've seen, like, I follow a lot of artists as well. I was like, I think I've seen like some fan art of these characters. What is this from? And I saw it. I was like, okay, I'll have to check this out. Watched it, fell in love with it. Watched all of it. I think I caught up on it. My power went out. The entire time my power was out, I was like, oh, I really wish I could watch Jujutsu Kaisen again. That was so good. Power came back. I literally was like, I think I hopped on because there was a Twitch skin shard. And so I hopped on. I saw my friend Tony was online for League of Legends, and I was like, Tony, I'll play with you later, but I really want to watch Jujutsu Kaisen again. Marathon the entire show again. Rochelle came down, made Rochelle watch the entirety of it again. I'm looking literally at this point for any reason to just watch it again because it's so good. Oh, I have, absolutely. But
I feel like we've mentioned Jujutsu Kaisen in every single episode.
Absolutely. It's very much deserving of it, though. It's really good.
Gavin disagrees.
Gavin says it's boring, which is objectively wrong. So
we have to do another shout out. Anyway, random shout out at 40-something minutes in. Shout out to Goose, our #1 fan.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
We love you, Goose.
Yes. So anyway, okay.
I will say, like, I won't say, or I won't condemn anyone for not liking something. I think I've said that when Rochelle said that she didn't like Cowboy Bebop, which is fine, whatever. But like, it's objectively wrong to say that Jujutsu Kaisen is boring, because it's not. Like, that's objectively wrong. Gavin can say, "Oh, I just didn't like it. It just wasn't my cup of tea." That's fine, whatever. But when he was like, "Yeah, it's boring," I was like, "You fucking bitch. This is not." But anyway, so
I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm
oh Lord, this was the number 2 thing. She's calling the police on me.
Yeah,
she's no
this
longer
is the
gonna
number
be
2.
loyal.
Yeah. But so I don't remember how we got onto this. Oh, what the last
thing
yeah,
you read.
Got caught up, was like, I can't wait anymore. I can't wait. And then I just read it all in one day. And here we are. That was the last thing I read. That's been my Jujutsu Kaisen rant for today.
This episode.
But I could talk about it for a hot minute.
My book is completely different. And so, okay, I'm in grad school. I'm supposed to be reading a lot of books. Definitely haven't been reading a lot of books, because the last book I read was from last semester. But it's so good, and I really need to. More people need to talk about it. Anyway, the book is called. Oh, it's backwards. It's called Me and White Supremacy. By Layla Sad. What?
It's not backwards.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Not for me.
Really?
Yeah.
It's on my screen. It's backwards. Like,
no.
Really?
Nope.
Yeah. Why is my camera backwards? I'm so confused.
Would you want me to flip it? Do you want me to flip it just for this part? Just like, whoop.
Well, what side of the screen am I on for you?
You're on the right-hand side.
I'm on the left-hand side for me. Oh my god, I'm seeing myself back. I'm so confused. Wait, can I? Oh my. No, I can't. Oh no! Okay, well, anyway, it's called Me and White Supremacy. Essentially, it's kind of like a workbook. It's 30 days of trying to combat white supremacy in our society. It's 10 out of 10, super thin, like super easy read. Would recommend this book to anyone. Like, this is such a good book. It really makes you open your eyes. As a white passing person, like, sometimes it was a little hard for me to connect on things, but like when we were discussing it in class, like, it was really eye-opening to like hear all of my white classmates talk about it and stuff. So anyway, we all know white supremacy fucking rules this world. Like, it's awful. So anyway, this is a book on how to combat that. And yeah, 10 out of 10. I think it's like $10. It's not even that expensive a book. Would recommend. So that is the last thing I read and would recommend to people.
Nice.
So. Okay, Kayla, are you an introvert or an
I'm an extroverted introvert. Meeting new people is there it goes. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yep, there it went. Meeting new people is terrifying. I guess I should say meeting new people in a situation where like I'm not familiar with is terrifying. If like a friend of mine if I was having a group of people over and like I was hosting and someone was like, "Hey, can I bring this friend that you don't know?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." Like, that's different. In my house, I'm in an environment that's familiar. I'm around people that are familiar. You might mistake me for an extrovert. But when I'm in a situation that like I don't know, I stay silent. I find a corner. I wait for people to approach me. If anyone approaches me, fantastic, cool, I'll talk. But like, if no one approaches me, that's cool. That's fine. I very much prefer to like host things as opposed to going over to people's houses. I much prefer like I like going out occasionally, but like if the option was, hey, let's have a get together of friends, where should we do it? I'd probably want to do it at my house more than anything else. And then like, you know, but like I definitely am probably far more introverted, and a lot of that stems more from like social anxiety than like actually wanting to like be home and be alone and stuff, but like yeah. So I'd probably put myself as like an extroverted introvert where I'm only a pure introvert in like the certain scenarios, if that makes sense.
I think I'm an extrovert all around.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. No, I like being in those situations. That's why I'm the engagement coordinator for a food pantry, because I like meeting random people and yeah, no, I would definitely say I'm an extrovert. Although I feel like I've really become introverted with the pandemic. Like I feel like a lot of my people skills are just out of the window now. So
yeah,
that's kind of interesting.
I do think it's interesting that I identify more as an introvert than an extrovert, but like I also stream and I like to think I'm a pretty engaging streamer, especially with like new people, but like I don't know. It's weird. It's such a weird situation because I don't think I'm like a pure introvert, but I'm not like an extrovert by any stretch of the imagination. It's just
I feel like I really think it's situational with you.
Yeah.
Like it really is situational. And I can say that since we've been friends for 10
years.
So yeah. Well, when you're being introverted in your house, do you like to listen to podcasts or are you into music only?
I like music pretty much. Like I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I think a lot of this also stems from the fact that like I don't read nonfiction. Like someone will be like, "Oh, you should read this book of how to be successful." And I'm like, "Nah, that's not interesting to me at all." I have like I just don't it's not interesting. Like I want fictional stories and like especially more I don't even really like historical fiction that much. It's like give me fantasy, give me like superpowers, give me shit that literally doesn't happen in the real world. Like give me that way cool, like the cool shit. I want to be in a world that's not my own. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, this could have happened, but like I think that's when like so of any podcasts that I listen to D&D podcasts the most of anything.
Right.
And if I do listen to a podcast, it's something like a group I'm already familiar with, like the Funhouse Dude Soup podcast, where it's like I'm already familiar enough with the people in there from like Funhouse and like watching their videos that like I know them and I just enjoy their content. So like of course I'm gonna watch it. Or like Critical Role. I used to listen to the Critical Role podcast a lot and then I just kind of got busy, so I'm way behind, but like that kind of stuff.
I feel that though. Like ironically, I also don't really listen to a lot of podcasts. Like I listen to 2 of them religiously, but it stems from what you said. Like I watch their content like on YouTube. So like watching, I don't know, it's like listening to their podcast, I literally just it's like I can visually see them.
Right. And like
in my head while I'm listening to them.
Right.
Otherwise, I'm super picky about podcasts. Like there's so many crime podcasts out there, but like some of them I don't like, and some of them I don't like the chemistry between the host and I don't know. So I get what you're saying though. Like I'm also very
and
picky
like
when it comes to podcasts.
And I know this is a super dangerous thing to say, but like and obviously it's not true, but like when you watch someone's content enough, you kind of get familiar with them, and it's almost like when you're watching their podcast, it's as if you're listening to friends have this conversation and you're just chilling. Obviously like they're not our friends, like very much obviously. So
like I watch the Try Guys on YouTube and I listen to the Try Guys podcast. Like my depression gone when I listen to them. And then their wives have a podcast called You Can Sit With Us, and like they talk about it all the time, like we just want to like be your friends, and like that's the vibe I get from their podcast. It's like when I'm on Twitter, like they recommend a book or a movie and I'm like, my best friend Becky just told me to watch this, even though like I've never met them and I'm never going to meet them, but it's like that's like the vibe that their podcast gives off. And I also hope that our podcast gives that off too. Like,
very much so. Like,
well, do you wash your legs in the shower?
I do. I actively wash my legs in the shower, which I brought this question to the forefront as a joke because I thought it was just gonna be like a duh. Obviously, everyone washes their legs in the shower, and it's super weird if you don't. But then Rochelle was like, "Well," and I was like, So
Okay, so I don't like my legs aren't dirty, but like I'm not taking. Okay, first off, I've gone from liquid soap to bar soap recently. Okay. I I have really weird armpits. I can't wear deodorants because my armpits and my scalp are like super super sensitive. And so like every time I use liquid soap, I felt like my armpits never like smelled clean. So I recently came to bar soap and like a sponge thing, like a sponge it's a charcoal sponge with it in it. Anyway, so when I wash my body, I feel like I wash the dirty places, but like my legs aren't ever dirty. So like I'm not actively with my bar of soap like scrubbing my leg because like my legs are never dirty because I'm like wearing pants and like,
So like
but like if I know my legs are dirty, I'll wash them, but they're getting clean because water is rushing over.
with all the dirty, it's the dirty water. It's the dirty runoff water that's cleaning them though. Like
No. Okay, I have a detachable shower head and I do a everywhere. But like I don't take soap and actively wash my leg.
So, do you use a washcloth?
No. I use a bar of soap. And I go la 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 la.
So you do your arms. Do you do your arms?
I do I guess to my knees with a bar of soap.
But why? Why not do the rest of your leg?
I have short arms that can't reach my feet.
Bend your leg.
I'm fat.
Okay, so you put one hand on the shower to help keep your balance. And you lift the other one up and go like.
You think my fat ass is standing on one foot?
Obviously
with a
not.
Foot in the shower where it's slippery.
Or you could just put it up on the side of the shower, on the side of the tub.
Then I end up flooding my bathroom.
No. So you don't.
No, it happens.
Put it on top of the shower curtain.
Yeah, no, see what happens is when I do that, it somehow gets kicked out and then I end up flooding my bathroom. I flood my bathroom a lot. You can ask Zach.
I just don't understand your reasoning for why there are just just prop it up on the side of the tub, on top of the shower curtain. Do you have like two shower curtains, like the clear one and then the fabric one?
Yeah.
And the clear one is on the inside of your tub, right?
Yes. So
then just
mine is very short because I bought one that has like things that I can put my so all my shampoos and soaps are in my shower.
Okay.
And the shower curtain is very short. The clear one is very short. So like I can't put my foot on top of it because it's not long enough. If I put my foot on top of it, like goes out.
But then what's the point of having a clear shower curtain if it doesn't sit on the inside of your tub?
It does. It sits there. But if I put my foot on it, the tension of it like shortens it and it goes out from the top. I guess the next podcast y'all are getting a tour of my bathroom.
I'm just confused.
I just don't, and my legs don't need to be cleaned though. Like if my legs are dirty, I'll clean them.
Yeah, but
like,
they have dead skin cells and other probably dirt that you can't see. And mites. Dirt.
Yeah.
Dust mites.
There's still water going down my leg.
So? The water only does so much.
I just don't. I mean, they get cleaned when I shave, I guess. I just don't, not every single. I mean, what's the. Like, I shower every, like, 3 days. Like, I mean, it's kind of like the same, like, you don't clean them every day. Like, no, the stuff is still gonna be there. They're still. And, like, when I wash my hair, the soap's down.
Yeah, but it's dirty soap.
dirty are you when you shower?
It's still dirty. Maybe it's just weird. Maybe I'm just weird, but like I always I don't scrub my leg, but like I put, you know, I have my soap that I put on my washcloth and then I like rub it. I rub a washcloth everywhere. I don't leave somewhere untouched. I feel weird, especially because my shampoo helps moisturize. It's a moisturizing shampoo.
You use your shampoo?
Not shampoo. Body soap. It's body soap. It's not shampoo.
See, this is my thing. 99% of soaps dry out my skin.
Yeah, mine did, which is why I buy expensive, like the Aveeno shampoo.
Yeah, that's what
or
I have
not shampoo.
In my
body soap. Yeah. It's liquid. I buy that. It doesn't. Yeah. So it's like, you know, we use the same soap, but mine's liquid. Yours is bar. Have you used the liquid?
No, I'm saying I have the liquid Aveeno soap
okay.
in my shower.
Okay.
Anyway, viewers, do you wash your legs in the shower? Let us know.
Am I just weird, or?
I mean, it's not like I go like months without cleaning them. But I don't. Every shower I take, I don't actively wash. When I say wash, I mean like with soap. My legs. So yeah, let us know. Do you wash your legs in the shower? We're curious. Want to know. And I think we will wrap up the podcast with that question.
This has been a roller coaster between the weird ass tangent I went on about friends and viewers and shit, that the hole that I've dug, and then I am emotionally distressed.
Tune in next time to learn about our butthole. And that's where you end it.
Yeah.